Okay, this is my second video, and this is highlighting another one of my favorite Bibles. This is not a study Bible. This is just a plain Jane take it to church and read from it Bible. This is the New Living uh, Translation, Red Letter Edition from Tyndale, and you can see from the back here, it's bonded leather. That is not one of my favorite things because bonded leather just does not hold up the way that a genuine leather Bible would, or a premium leather Bible. Those can last for over 100 years. Depending on how much this one gets used, within 10 to 15 years, it could look pretty shabby. But that doesn't change the text on the inside. The reason that I got interested in this is because about 20 years ago, just a little over 20 years ago, I was a student at Southeastern Bible College in Lakeland, Florida, and one of my professors was William Barnes. And I know that he's not well known, I've never heard of him, but he is one of the translators of this edition of the Bible. Let's see if I can find here we go, the Bible translation team. Thought I had a bookmark in there, but apparently I don't. If you will look close there at 1st and 2nd Kings, he is the second person listed. He was at North Central University when he did this translation. And he was my professor of Old Testament. So, with the exception of Isaiah, which I had Stephen Fettke for, pretty much all of the Old Testament classes that I took with him. So when you get when you meet the author, you want to read his book, and so having had him in class, I wanted to see what the New Living Translation was like, and having read this translation from cover to cover in the 1 Year Bible, I can tell you right now that for devotional studies, this is my new favorite Bible. I really like the New Living Translation. But like I said, this one is not real special. It's got a few notes in it. Let me take you over here to the book of Numbers. I did put a bookmark in here for this, and you can see down there at the bottom of the page, it's got some pretty comprehensive notes for just that one page. These notes will tell you things like this obviously is not a word for word translation. This is actually a thought for thought translation. And so what they do in the notes, they will put they'll put a word, or they'll put a verse of scripture wherever it appears in the verse, and they'll say that this is in the Hebrew, this is most accurately translated as thus and so, or in the Greek, it's most accurately translated as thus and so, or such and such. And that's the kind of things that they put in the notes in here. In the back, you can see there's one ribbon marker. This is not a real expensive Bible, but it is definitely one of my favorites. You can see here where I've completely highlighted Hebrews chapter 11 and part of chapter 12. Hebrews chapter 11 is my favorite chapter in the whole Bible. I just love it. Here at the back of the book, at the end of Revelations, You see there is a dictionary and concordance, and it's not overly comprehensive. It's not real long, but it highlights the most of the most common words that people are going to want to look up. And so that's really all it needs. And then here at the very end, there are a few there are a few maps. They're printed on a thin cardstock. It's glossy, so you can see the quality of the maps in here. I think one of my favorite maps comes towards the end. It's this one here. And this is the ministry of Jesus. So everywhere Jesus went, what he did in those places, if he healed someone or performed some miracle or sign, it's here in the back. It's the last of the it's the last one of the maps, and it's my favorite map in the whole book. So that is my New Living Translation. My wife got this for me for Christmas about 5 or 6 years ago, and I have used it quite a bit, as you can see from the highlights and stuff that I've put in it. I do really like this Bible though, and I would like to have one in a really good leather, maybe in a study Bible. I've seen several study Bibles in the New Living Translation at christianbook.com, so who knows, one of these days I might break down and buy one of them. I've been wanting a life application study Bible, and it comes in the NLT, so I might get one of those. We'll see. Not tonight, not tomorrow, probably not next week, but one of these days I'll get one. So anyway, hope you like this Bible. If you want one, you can pick them up at christianbook.com. If I'm not mistaken, this one probably came from Books A Million, or one of those places like that. I know it didn't come from Walmart. Walmart doesn't sell Bibles anymore. So anyway, that's it. And y'all have a great one, and I'll see you on the next video.